So you start making money, and you want to buy a nice car, nice truck, and the question is, do you pay the truck in full, in cash? Do you pay it off, or do you keep investing instead? And so, you look at people like Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is going to tell you to pay off the truck, pay it off in full, be done with it, boom. And now, the people I'm talking to in this video are people that have a good, substantial amount of money. I do agree with Dave Ramsey where he says you should have enough to buy the car, buy the truck 5 times over. Now, what I'm proposing is that you have enough to buy it 5 times over. Say you want a $50,000 truck. Well, that means you need $250K. All right. What I'm proposing, though, is a different set of rules. I think Dave Ramsey has great advice for just the average person, right? The guy that's working a job, the girl that's working a job, they're getting married, they're having kids, they're working, they want to retire at 65, have a good amount of money saved, living below their means. That's all great, perfect, and dandy for them. This video is for people who are on a different path. I don't want to retire at 65. I want to retire in my 30s. Like, just be done with it, right? And so that's going to look a little different. And I think a lot of that comes from also not being a normal person in the sense that you're not an average person. You actually understand money. You understand monetary debasement, the money supply, the fact that the dollar will be printed into infinity. So if you are someone with a lot of money, you want to have it invested in assets. So I'm not even saying Bitcoin at this current moment in the video. I'm just saying you want to invest it somewhere, because if you have cash, you know it will be inflated away over time. Now, the special point to this is that that's why the wealthy use debt, because you pull out, let's just say you pull out X amount of debt, let's say $50,000 for a truck, right? Remember, inflation. So inflation is inflating away your debt. Your debt is worth less over time. The only distinction is that pesky interest rate. So here's what I have to say. If you're someone that has shit credit and you can't get a good interest rate anyways, yeah, you might as well just fucking pay for it in cash. All right. But if you're someone that has the money to buy the car or the truck you want multiple times over, and you're looking at getting that vehicle like me, like I got the truck that I wanted, right? Dream truck, blacked out, lifted, Trail Boss, right? Perfect for me. 6.2 engine. Ooh, she just sucks gas like a thirsty little fucking, you know what. But my point being, if you have the cash to buy it multiple times over, it is within your means. You should not pay for it in cash, especially when you can get interest rates at 5% or below. If you're someone that's a very big TradFi guy, Wall Street guy, maybe you're used to making 8% a year and that's close enough for you where you're just not really wanting to take that chance, take that gamble. Well, I'm someone that not only is not TradFi, I am very crypto and DeFi focused. I am very focused on ways to keep my money making money for me. So let's talk about an example. Let's just say, even numbers, truck, $50,000. If I'm paying 5% on that a year, I can break even with that with $25,000 in stablecoins being lent out. If I have USDC, USDT being lent out for 10% a year, $25,000 worth, I am net zero with a $50K loan for 5% a year. And that's off something with zero volatility, guys. We're talking stablecoins. We're talking something that won't go up or down. And another reason why that's so valuable is because it'll give you opportunity cost. So now you have that $25,000 on the side for if, let's say, the S&P crashes 20-25% again, you have 25 grand on the side that you can lock and load, catch a 30% pump up, and then go back to stables. And then now your 25 grand is over 30 grand. You can't do that with cash you don't have because you just paid off your truck, right? It's 50 grand you don't have to play with. The other point, I talked about having the money to buy it multiple times over. So we already know that I'm talking about 25 grand down to arbitrage, but you'll still have more money left. And so let's say the other 25 grand you would be putting, that's money you can invest in actual assets like Bitcoin. I'm using my USDC, 25 grand of it, to just kill the interest. That way that's no longer a talking point. Now I have 25 grand to play with and put into something is safe and long-term, something I believe in. Someone my age, my generation, the asset we have is going to be Bitcoin and crypto. Let's just put it in crypto. I was checking my sample Robinhood Bitcoin portfolio today again. And for guys that don't know, that's $100 a week of Bitcoin that I just auto buy on Robinhood, just as a sample of what a no thought portfolio looks like. And for my Bitcoin, it's up 14%. So for the year, buying $100 every single week, where I'm not trying to get cute or fancy or time the dips or anything like that, it's up 14%. Now, what's 14% on the other 25 grand you would have to throw in the market for not buying the truck in cash? Well, that's about 3.5 grand. So getting close to 4 grand. So it's just keeping your money working for you over time. And it's so perfect because fundamentally, if you're a big Bitcoiner, a big believer, you already believe fiat is going to zero. You believe the money printers are in max overdrive. And like the big beautiful bill that just passed, doesn't it add like trillions to the fucking debt ceiling? We're going to print so much fucking money, it's going to be insane. The bull run is going to be like nothing we've ever seen before. If you believe in that, if you believe the dollar has no bottom and Bitcoin, henceforth, has no top, it would make no sense to de-risk by just paying for a vehicle in cash. Now, again, this is not an excuse to go buy a vehicle you can't afford. If you can't afford to buy this 3 or 5 times over, I agree with Dave Ramsey. You shouldn't be buying it. You shouldn't be looking just to blow your money. You're in a building phase. You're in a phase where you're trying to get your money working for you so you get your time back. You get your future back. You can provide for your future bloodline and family. And that's not something you could do if you blow it all on a fucking truck right now. Again, opportunity cost being one of those reasons. If you have the money, like me, to buy this multiple times over, love this damn truck, right? Take out a loan. It's 5% a year in interest. And you can take half that value, throw it over in USDC. Now you're net zero on interest with zero volatility. So there's no arguments about like, well, if that money and then I lose it. Nope, interest free. So now this becomes an interest free loan because it's backed by 25K in USDC, earning 10%. So boom, cool. And okay, if it drops to 8% APR, fuck it, whatever, throw a little more in, whatever you want to say. If you want to try to poke holes in my theory, whatever. You have 25 more grand to play with, to throw into the market and to be exposed, or to hold even more cash on the side to buy those dips and catch those opportunities. And that's something that you just won't have if you pay it off in cash immediately. Now, I understand the argument. And again, if you're a normal ass person, just working a normal ass job, and you don't like to think about things, you can play it the most safe route there is and just pay for everything in cash and just live a very simple, whatever life, retire at 65 and whatnot. For me, I'm using healthy amounts of leverage and I'm being smart about what I'm doing, but I'm leveraging it so I can retire at a young age, so I can live the life I want, live a life of freedom. My crypto assets pay for the things I want. The USDC on the side pays the interest on the things that I want. The crypto liquidity pools and DeFi that I have, they pay for the truck payment itself. And then I have long-term bull run bags that are sitting there just accumulating more appreciation and wealth over time. Guys, you need to make your portfolio work for you. Keep your assets working for you. Take your money, make sure it's invested, because guys, as we start to print even more money this year and even into next year, 2026, you're going to want to be exposed to the market. Whether for you that looks like real estate, TradFi, stocks, gold, crypto, you're going to want to be exposed, and you need to do what the rich do and take out debt on the thing that always goes down, which is the US dollar. Has no bottom, therefore our favorite assets, Bitcoin, has no top. If you need help learning how to monetize your assets, if you want to know how do I take my USDC, how do I lend that out and get a 0% interest rate loan on my truck that way, guys, I can teach you that inside my private community. I can teach you how to monetize your other assets too and earn an actual passive income from the stuff you already own. Guys, click that link in the description. See you on the other side.